What's up, Camels? My name is Parker.
And I'm Devin, and we're here to bring you the Campbell County High School news for this week.
There will be a practice ACT on Tuesday, February 8th for juniors. Seniors have the option to job shadow or take a college visit.
Scheduling night will take place Tuesday, February 15th for upcoming juniors and seniors, and Thursday, February 17th for upcoming freshmen and sophomore.
CCHS Theater Arts Department will be performing The Miracle Worker in the auditorium on Friday, February 11th and 12th. Additional information will be given soon.
On Tuesday, January 18th, Ms. Powell's Principles of Biomedical Sciences class participated in a patient mock interview with medical students from UK. We have some clips from the event here.
Medical students came to Campbell County High School on our crazy 2-hour delay, and they were teaching us the components of a patient interview. So when you go to the doctor and you are interviewed by like a nurse or the doctor, they ask a certain set of questions to you, and there's a certain way to do that, and they taught us how to do that, and they taught us what questions to ask to the patient.
What is the importance of having people higher up in the field for your students?
So I would say the most important reason that we had people from the actual field of medicine to come in and teach us. I'll give you an example from me. So in high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I knew I really liked science. And I probably would have been fine in medical school, but I thought that medical school was going to be super hard and I wouldn't have like any life at all. Basically, I would just study all the time. But they explained to us today, like medical school is actually, not that it's easy, but it's a lot more manageable than you think. They have like 3 hours of class time in the morning, and then the rest of the day is just theirs to study. And it's a really pretty small class size, so they're all really good friends, and they know each other really well, and they just are like brothers and sisters basically. So that was really, really good to hear that from their perspective, from the professional field.
Okay, and then last question, would you say that this experience has helped set up a better future for your biomedical students?
Yeah, so I would say for sure, 100%, the future for my biomedical students is way, way better since they had this experience.
For our student spotlight, we are focusing on a talented sophomore and a recent project that he has started.
Mackie. What grade are you in, Mackie?
I'm in 10th grade and I'm 16.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about this car?
So it's a rat rod. A rat rod's a bunch of cars put together to make one. And the car that I have is a 2003 Mini Cooper body on a 2004 Tahoe frame with a 69 Camaro engine in it.
Wow. So can you tell me why you're so interested in this car?
So I bought a couple of mopeds for $300 and I fixed those and sold those too in order to get more money, and then eventually I bought a quad but sold it for what I paid for it. I'd just been sitting on money for a little while, and then I bought this.
How did you find this car?
So I was just scrolling through Facebook Marketplace looking at stuff that I couldn't afford, and at the time the guy had it listed for around $6,000, which I couldn't afford, but I still texted him and told him that I thought it was cool because I did think it was interesting. So I told him that, and he reads my message a little while later, doesn't respond. So then I'm scrolling through TikTok, and this car's blown up all over on TikTok and the internet, and everybody's wanting it. So then he texts me and says thank you, and then we just talk back and forth. He tells me that the listing's blown up, he's gotten thousands of messages and shares, and that people from all over are wanting it, from Texas, Florida, big YouTubers are wanting to come buy this car. So then he asked me how old I am, tell him I'm 16, and then he asked me how much money I had. I said I had $3,000. So then he gives me his phone number, I call him, and he told me if I was down there that weekend for $2,000 I could have it. He said that he remembered when he was 16 trying to find a car that he could afford and how much trouble he had with it, so he felt sympathy and we kind of connected through that.
Oh, that's really great. So what are you wanting to do with this car?
So I want to build it to take it to shows and really just impress old dudes that like cars and think, oh, some 16-year-old has that. So.
Do you have any plans to drive it or anything?
No, because it's going to suck getting it street legal. It's got a lot of stuff that isn't allowed on the road. So.
Oh, okay. I heard you have some TikToks of you fixing up this car.
Yeah, they're on TikTok, and I'm just making videos as I fix the car and just showing what happens. That way also, if I want to look back at it and look at when I first bought it and versus when I'm older and just looking at what all I've done to it, I have some way to look back.
Wow, that's actually really interesting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
As winter sports are coming to an end, it's the best time to come out and support our seniors. There are senior nights for the following sports.
Boys basketball on February 10th at 7. Girls basketball and cheer on February 14th at 6:30. And swim and dive preliminaries are on February 4th with girls at noon and boys at 6:15. Finals are on February 5th at 5:40.
The winter sports will be entering their regional tournaments in the upcoming weeks. Here are the dates.
Boys and girls basketball began postseason play the week of February 21st at the middle school. Wrestling begins at February 11th and 12th at Ryle. Boys and girls bowling on January 31st and February 1st at Bellwood. Finally, the swim and dive team began on postseason play on February 4th and 5th at Silver Lake. Best of luck, Camels, as you finish your season.
The CCHS academic team has continued dominating this season. Seniors Anna Morris and Noah Coronado recently joined us to provide an update on the season.
I'm Anna. I do language arts, math, and arts and humanities, but mostly language arts. I'm the captain of our quick recall team, and
I'm Noah. I'm just on the quick recall team. I'm not the captain. That's Anna. And I do social studies and math.
All right. How's the season going?
so far it's going pretty well. We finished our last regular season match last week. So far we're undefeated, which is pretty cool.
And we've beaten our arch rival, Cupcake, twice.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big win. You guys are playing them again soon, aren't you?
Yeah, probably in the next couple weeks. So we're preparing for that. Yeah.
Any lasting impact you want to have on the juniors and underclassmen?
Well, right now we're preparing for our postseason, which starts with districts and then ends with state. And last year we finished with second in the state, and we're hoping to do that again.
And this year, with our JV team, we're kind of starting with like a fresh start, so we want to be able to help them as they begin what we started a long time ago. So that's exciting for them and for our coaches.
Best of luck the rest of the season.
The CCHS Media Productions would like to share a project they've completed in class this year. Please enjoy the student video, The Test.
Y'all failed the test, you'll be taking it today. Now, let me remind you that if you fail this one too, I shall fail you again next year.
Mr. Smith! He's dead! That means we're all gonna go to jail!
What exactly?
It was probably Dane, because he was kicked off the football team because his test destroyed his grade.
Hey man, I hate Mr. Smith. Not enough to do that.
Dane didn't kill us all!
I hope he kills you first.
Are you kidding me?
Stop it!
Stop arguing! Why don't you see the house? Shut up!
Finally! We're just gonna have to figure out who did it. It's not like the lights are gonna go out again.
I was right! It's Caroline! She's standing over the dead body!
I was just looking for loose change.
Well, it wasn't Caroline.
Then who is killing everyone? Who's gonna be next?
Stop screaming! Hey, murderer, can you kill her next? There's only him and you. I doubt it would be him, so it has to be you. Oh, I'm pretty sure it was you. You were mad Mr. Smith gave you a bad grade on that test, so you murdered him to ensure that it never happened again. Why'd you stop? Wait a minute. Peyton, why is there blood on your book?
Peyton?
Yes,
No one checked to see if I was dead?
perhaps. Finally, some peace and quiet. Aw, I lost my bookmark!
The Media Communications classes, thank you for tuning in. Stay safe, and as always, show your camel pride.